All right, welcome back to Rose Speaks, Dickman Talks, Week 5 of the NFL. I apologize for missing last week. I was sick. I was busy. Had some dates. I just couldn't get it together. There was Rosh Hashanah. Um, but yeah, Dickman, got anything to tell the people?
Good to be back. Good to be a permanent fixture. Excited. Got a good show coming up for you guys.
Yeah, happy to have you. It was way more fun to do it with you than by myself. So yeah, let's get into a little college football.
Let's do
Well,
it.
let me share my screen. It was a
Oh,
crazy
yes.
week in college football. Um, there was a couple kind of upsets. If you want to call Michigan losing to Washington an upset, I think they were favored by 2.5. Washington was, but Arkansas beating Tennessee, Alabama losing to Vanderbilt.
Who
Uh,
could have seen that coming?
yeah, I mean, they had a big game against Georgia, so you kind of expect a little letdown after the week after, but not a loss.
It's just
Um,
not right. It's just not right. You got all those nerds at Vanderbilt that are going to go on and have great lives. It's just, part of the deal is you lose in football. It's part of
right.
the deal when you sign up for Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
So,
Idiots at Penn State, we win. Harvard
it's not
kids,
supposed to happen.
they don't
It's
get
not
that.
supposed to happen. It might not ever happen again, but that was crazy to me.
Yeah, no, that was crazy because Alabama, everyone's going to beat them when you're number one, and like they still didn't show up for it. I don't think that would happen under Saban, or at least a couple kids would be dead if it was Saban. But yeah, no, that was a huge upset. I didn't see it coming. Georgia beat Auburn pretty easily. We beat UCLA. It wasn't a thracking like I wanted it to. I don't think UCLA is any good this year. But a win's a win. I'll take it.
A win's a
Um,
win. Hey, Alabama couldn't beat Vanderbilt.
yeah. So, we're undefeated, baby. Um, Boise State, Ashanti. What do you think about Ashanti, dude?
Statistically, he's the best running back ever.
How about of all time, dude? I mean, what do you see him and that one Saquon season? I want to say 2018, 2017 it was where he just like was returning fucking every touchdown
Yeah.
House was
No, I
taking.
mean, all due respect to Saquon, the running back season, that sets the bar for me is that Reggie Bush. I think it was like 2004,
True.
2005. And I saw a graphic, and I think the guy like doubled him up on yards and touchdowns already.
Yeah, I mean but he's also playing nobodies. Like I'm watching his highlights and like he should be tackled 4 times. And I'm not saying he's not breaking tackles, but I am saying, if he was playing in the SEC or even the Big Ten, like I don't know if he's having that type of season.
Mhm.
It is crazy. I mean, he's to take him for 3+ touchdowns, he's minus 155.
Yeah, that's insane.
Insanity.
That's insane.
It's just absurd. Um, but yeah, no, he's a stud. Probably Heisman number one candidate, although Miami, which was a huge comeback, they were down like 28-7 or something like that at one point. They were down like 25 plus, and they ended up coming back. I was up till like 2 a.m. watching that game. It was a crazy game. Cam Ward is, in my opinion, he's the Heisman. I bet on him to win the Heisman, so obviously I'm biased, but
Is that the
uh,
kid's name, Cam Ward, the
Cam
quarterback?
Ward, yeah, he played at like Washington Tech University, like some crazy school that you wouldn't hear of, JUCO, and then he was like the biggest transfer prospect that everybody was like looking at. U Miami got him, and I mean they're undefeated, ranked number 6. So
Wow. What's
yeah,
everyone saying about the Hoosiers?
who's dude? Indiana's my biggest wagon this year. Betting on them is free money. They're very good. So what they had is the JMU coach last year was really good, had him kind of pumping, and they took that coach, like they brought him over, and he brought in a lot of the players that were at JMU plus the guys that they already had there. And
Hmm.
I mean, they're wagging the Big Ten. Big Ten's not looking bad at all. I mean, we have what, number two, number
Three,
three, number
four.
four, number 18. Is Michigan still ranked? Yeah, number 24. I mean, there could be 4 or 5 of us in the college playoff. Probably not, but could be.
I hear some people are saying Indiana's a dark horse playoff team.
I listen. I would love to see them in there. They're a fun team. They have a really good quarterback, Connor Rourke, I believe his name is. Um, but yeah, no, I mean the college football, in my opinion, is better than the NFL. I just love watching it every week. I talked about this last week, so I don't want to go deep into it. Like the Texas Missouri game was, I mean, it was a blowout, but it was still crazy. It's just fun to watch these kids kind of work to their goals, where like the
Mhm.
NFL, they're just trying to get money. Um,
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with you. I'd say that there's, the best football game of the week is probably a college football game.
there's so many
I'd say
upsets.
usually it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the Alabama Vanderbilt game was pretty special.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. Last week, the Georgia Alabama game was insane. I mean, there's Arkansas Tennessee was a good game this week. It's just fun to watch. In terms
Yep.
of the rankings, I think we're ranked number 4 now, which is I think the
Wow.
highest we've been ranked since like what that 2016-17 season, where we had like beaten Ohio State and they were ranked number 3, so we like jumped them or something like that. But god damn, it's nice to see Penn State that high up.
Is this a strong Penn State team or is this a weak college football year?
I think there's a lot of parity. We haven't really played. I mean, Illinois was a great win. I do think like Illinois could beat a good amount of these teams. But what it was at home. I'd like to see what we do. I think we'll beat USC. I don't even at USC. I don't think they're that good. They just lost to Minnesota. I want to see us against Ohio State. What if we get blown out? It's the same old, same old. If we give them a challenge, especially at home, and we possibly win that game, then I don't know. This could be new. I do think Texas is a wagon. I think Oregon's pretty good too, but I mean, I don't think anyone's that like Georgia or Alabama these last 10 years where it's like, I don't see how we beat them. Like I think we can match up with anyone.
I think they're just names. I mean,
Yeah.
wow, like Ohio State, Georgia,
Yeah.
Alabama. But it seems to me like it's a really opportune time for Penn State. They've had a lot of guys that have been there now meshing together for a couple seasons. I think you've seen some changes in these other powerhouses. And I think, hey, why isn't this the year? Like why not?
Yeah. But Tyler Warren is like one of the best, if not the best tight end in college football. He's a stud. He does everything. So yeah, no, it's fun to watch us. We're finally kind of like a fun team. In college football, I love, man. I love it. It's so fun to watch.
Well, good. Well, I'm here for it as long as you want to talk about it.
All right, let's go to the NFL, where your Eagles had a bye this week. Was that a good
That's
time for
right.
for you guys?
Undefeated this week. Yeah. Oh my God, such a great time for a bye. Um, I mean, it's not where you want to be week 5. You take a step back and you say, okay, well, we're 2-2. We got some guys coming back off injury, but just not where you want to be after week 5. Too many questions, so many things uncertain. So hopefully the boys will get back on track next week.
Yeah, I
Got an
think
easy, easy matchup against the
easy.
Browns.
Yeah, if you guys beat them, that means they lost to the whole NFC East. Commanders beat them this past week. We beat them the week before, and Cowboys beat them week 1, I think, or something like that.
NFC Beast.
NFC Beast, baby, we're back. In terms of NFC Beast, I mean, Washington looks like a fucking wagon. Scary. I think they're gonna win the NFC East this year. I don't see. I mean, if they go 1-1 against every like NFC East team, I mean, and beat us probably twice. Jane Daniels is playing out of his mind.
He
Now,
is.
I do think he'll come a little bit back down to earth, and I do also think there's always that injury risk. I don't want to speak it up because I think he's a great player and he's fun to watch. But I mean, they're a wagon and they look fun. Like it's fun to watch them play. Every third and
Yeah.
fourth down, I think he's gonna get it.
Yeah. No, I mean he looks great. They look great. It's still too early for me. It feels like it takes about half the season for the majority of teams to get competent. I'd say most of the teams are still not firing on all cylinders.
Right.
Obviously, it's hats off to them for being able to put it together so quickly. But let's see how the rest of this plays out. I just looking at the names on the paper, Eagles, Cowboys, when they're playing at their best. I don't know if Washington is with them,
I
but
I
hey, they're proving it thus far. So we'll see.
I agree. I think if he plays like this the rest of the season, obviously maybe even a little bit below, he might be the best quarterback in the division, if that's too fast to say. But I do think that like people were saying that about CJ Stroud early on, and he kept doing it, and now he's the best of it quarterback in his division. Um, Washington scares me, and like I've never really been scared of Washington. I think we've beaten them like 6 times in a row before this year. So and we suck. So
I I don't know. I think you guys are there might be something there.
I agree. Let's go. Yeah, let's go to our second highlight of the day. Giants Seahawks. Did you get to watch the game a little bit or see kind
I
of
did, and let me say that is a good Seattle team. That is
very
a
good?
good Seattle team. I'm very impressed. Giants coming in on the road, putting up 29 points without Malik Neighbors and
Or
without Devin
secondary. Yeah.
Singletary, who they, might be a blessing in disguise, giving this guy Tracy more reps.
Yeah. Tracy's great.
Very, very impressive. I mean, you know, Wandell Robinson, Slayton, the guys are just kind of doing things. I
What
thought
about Daniel
Neighbors is
Jones,
next up.
baby? What about Daniel Jones?
I'm I'm telling you, I don't. I think that this NFC East division is all four teams are still in it. I
Yeah.
wouldn't rule a single team out.
We almost beat Washington. If we have a kicker, we probably beat them. And then the Cowboys, that last drive, we had a bunch of drops that really fucked us. I mean, obviously it's easy to say we're a few plays away from 4-1 or yeah, 4-1, but listen, I'll take that. Like just
Isn't that
beat
Thursday night football, the Cowboys.
yeah, it was us against the Cowboys on last Thursday night.
It's a bad product. It doesn't count.
Yeah. I mean,
It
listen,
really doesn't
I'll
count.
I'll take 2-3 and being in games compared to what it was last season where it was like 1-4 and just getting blown out. Like this is way more fun to watch. It's fun to watch these Giants play. I think Daniel Jones is playing consistent ball. I think our defensive front, we have the most sacks in the
Mhm.
NFL through the first 5 weeks. 22 sacks, baby. Um,
Wow,
yeah,
I'm
no,
jealous.
Dexter Lawrence is the defensive player of the year, him or Hutch, so far. And no, yeah, I'm liking how we're playing. I think we have the pieces. If we go get another different quarterback, I don't know. I don't know if Daniel Jones can win us a Super Bowl, but we got some pieces, man. We got some core guys that could kind of take this football team
Well, that's
forward.
great. I mean, and that's brings us to our next point. Speaking about New York football, it's good that they have something that they can root for, at least half the fans, because we're just going to talk quickly about New York Jets, who played all the way across the pond in I don't even know where they played. Was it England?
I think it was Tottenham, Tottenham
Tot- They're all the way across the pond, Tottenham, um,
Stadium.
against Sam Donald and the Vikings, who, if you circled this game in week one, you probably would have said this is an easy win for the Jets. However,
6.5.
didn't play out that way. And that leads us to our official Rose Speaks, Dickman Talks, So Cheeks, He's Chalked, Down Bad Person of the Week, formerly player, but we had to make an exception for this guy. I think it goes to Robert Saleh.
Salah.
Saleh?
Say
Saleh?
Salou, is it?
Saleh.
Salou.
Well, it doesn't matter. He's gone. He's
Yeah,
fired.
he's not in the
Um,
NFL anymore, so
I mean, he's going to get another job as a defensive coordinator, and I truthfully
maybe.
don't think he
Yeah.
should be let down bad. I'd hire him in 2 seconds. Um, but for today, he's our down bad
Yeah.
person of the week.
Yeah, no,
Don't get fired mid-season. It's embarrassing.
I think it's tough to kind of have everything at your disposal. And like not that Aaron Rodgers has been playing that well, but to have everything there and to show 2-3 with probably the best defense in the league, second best, third best, top five at least. You got Garrett Wilson, Brees Hall, your offensive line. You just picked up the guy from the Cowboys, Olu. You sign a bunch like everything should be saying that this team is amazing, and they have just not been, and they're boring, and they it's tough to watch them play.
I
Uh,
agree. Although I would personally I'd point the finger at Rodgers. I'd point the finger at the offensive coordinator. I guess that guy
I
Hackett, I think is
yeah,
his name.
Nathan
I
Hackett.
mean, and I almost can hear the conversation from 2 years ago when this all happened. Oh, Saleh takes care of the defense, and you bring in a vet like Rodgers. He doesn't even need a coach. He can figure this all out himself.
Right.
Well, maybe it's not so easy.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm like, 50-50. Honestly, I think you could point the finger at half the entire building. But for now, it's Salah's day. So,
Yeah.
oh, let me read the award one more time. Rose Speaks, Dickman Talks, So Cheeks, He's Chalk, Down Bad Person of the Week, sponsored by Release Sunglasses.
Yes.
Forgot to get our
Thank
sponsor
you,
in.
release. Thank you for the 2K in back payments.
We
Way
don't
to get
know if
that.
they're still in business, but they're our sponsor.
Just send us a couple sunglasses and we'll be happy. One more thing I have to say about this game is 9 rushes for Brees Hall. Like what made Rodgers work when he was in Green Bay was they would feed the running backs and then he would throw the ball because the defense would come in and he would just find pockets, right? He's cerebral, he's super smart, and he's got the great arm. He can find it. Wait, oh, breaking news. I'm getting a call. Hello?
Oh, is this Rotem Bornstein on Rotem Speaks Dickman Talks?
Yes, yes. Who's this?
This is an electrified Mets fan here giving a mid-game update.
Okay.
Just want
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
insight. Is that Aaron Dickman?
That is. He's saying, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Good to be here. um, so yeah, I mean, look, Pete Alonso, dick down to his knees right now with that moonshot oppo.
We got a moonshot.
What's the score? We need a score update.
What's the score?
1-0 Mets, bottom of
Fuck.
the top of the third.
Wow.
Controversial play out there in outfield. Nick Castellanos catching the ball and then kind of fumbling it. Kind of bullshit, honestly. The refs called, Iglesias is safe in second and then return him back to first. But,
Oh,
some lose some. We're still up 1-0.
and so these Philly refs traveled all the way from Philadelphia to New York just to give them a little home team advantage. Not even
Yeah,
home.
it seems like it.
Wow.
Like it, but we're not phased. We're going to keep fighting the way we've been doing. I know Aaron Dickman over there. You're a Philly fan, right, Aaron?
Yeah, and this is Ian from Long Island I'm talking to. Ian?
It's Ethan, actually, not Ian.
Oh, Ethan. Sorry about that.
No, that's fantastic to hear.
That so far. We got to keep it up. It's going to be a long game. I know the Phillies are a fighting team just like us, even though, we're really fighting Mets. They call
All
them
right.
Phils, but.
OMG Mets, baby. OMG
Thanks,
Mets.
Ian. We got a long show to get to, but appreciate your call.
Is Aaron, what was Aaron saying?
He's saying he wants you to fuck off, basically.
We got a long show to get to. Thank you for the call, Ian. Thank you.
He's saying
Thank you,
fuck
Ian.
you. Thank you very much, Ethan from
Thank you,
Long
Ian.
Island. Give us a call back if there's any other updates. Thank you very much.
That's Ian from Long Island, who none of you guys who listen to this show would know. That's our local New York correspondent.
Yeah, no, it's great to have him. It's great to have someone in the field that's able to kind of give us updates. And with that, I think we can probably transfer over to MLB talks, unless you got anything to say more about the NFL.
Anything more about the NFL?
We can go through a little bit through next week's games, kind of see if there's anything that catches your eye.
Oh, just to touch on Pickens real quick.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy to me.
what that he's
I've never seen anything like that.
That he's just gets so upset that he just.
I watched the tape. The guy's not running. He's running like 40% on his routes.
I know it's. Listen, he was a head case coming out of college, and like you'd think that and I hope he's not listening to this. If he is, Pickens, you're a great guy, but
very talented player. I don't know if he's
really talented. Makes catches, crazy catches, yeah. But I do think that was kind of that's why people try not to draft head cases, right? That's kind of the downside. Now there are a lot of head cases in college kind of are just super pro athletic. I mean, pro competitive, and they just want to succeed. And then they come into the NFL and they succeed, and they kind of it works for them. I don't think it's been working for Pickens so far. I think it's just going against him. Like Neighbors was a little bit like he's super competitive and he wants the ball, and that's what he even told the Giants. And we're getting the ball, and he seems super happy with the organization, but like that's kind of the flip side of the coin.
Yeah, no, I mean, I want diva wide receivers. I want guys that want the ball. I'm get upset when they don't get the ball.
Yeah,
but
like CD,
guys
give me
that are
the
running,
ball. I get that.
Running 30% on your routes. That I don't get.
It's embarrassing.
I'm expected him to be traded very soon.
Yeah, but like I don't even know how much you get for him because he's good, but
he'll go to Kansas City for a fourth round pick.
Yeah, fourth round, and he'll absolutely tear it up NFL player. I mean,
get Pickens and Devontae Adams. One of them will be Chiefs very soon.
Yeah, no, let's go. All right, so what I'm seeing here, Cardinals Packers looks like a great game. Commanders, Ravens,
49ers Seahawks Thursday night.
49ers, Seahawks. I mean, both
Seahawks
coming
home
off losses.
dogs. I haven't placed a bet the entire NFL season. I will be placing a bet on the Seahawks money line.
Let's go.
Home dogs. Let Gino cook.
Let
Heard it here
Gino
first.
cook. Yeah, I don't want to say it again because I texted you this, but I won a lot of money on the Cardinals last week against the 49ers. It was very fun. I was walking around and just having I almost had a panic attack slash heart attack watching the last drive, but pick to seal it off. Just fun, man. Just fun.
That's great. I love watching those 49ers lose.
Yeah. Bengals Giants. Who thought that might be a good game at the start of the season?
I mean, I still don't think it's a very good game.
Why not?
Bengals suck, bro.
Yeah, but Bengals have a sick offense.
That's true. No, it'll be a fun. You're right. You're right.
And then they have a shit defense, so maybe a high scoring game if the Giants defense doesn't come to play. Maybe who knows? I do think this is a this is a must win for the Bengals. Giants. I mean, it's a must win if they're looking to playoff contention, but that wasn't kind of what we.
It's like a must win and a can't lose.
Yeah, kind of one of those if we're on PMT. Commanders Ravens.
That's the game of the week.
Surprise game of the week. What a game.
Yeah. No, I mean it's kind of like surreal that Jaden Daniels is already, like we're not talking about like, oh, like his, chance to overcome Lamar. Like he's already right there with them. They're even.
It's crazy. I mean, Lamar's been having a great season. He was wheeling and dealing at Cincinnati last week, and I think Commanders in Cincinnati have like two worst defenses in the NFL right now. So
Cincinnati should hire Salah.
Cincinnati should hire Salah. I think if Zach Taylor and the Bengals lose against the Giants, I think Zach Taylor might be gone.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't think he does anything special.
I think he's a good coach. I think he's a good offensive mind. I think their offense is always good. They also have, Joe Burrow, and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Mike Gesicki. Don't get me wrong, but
Mike Gesicki.
Yo, Penn State grad.
They got Andre Iovasas or whatever.
Ishovas. Yeah, he's good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of other good games. I mean, Cardinals Packers could be a good one. Bucks Saints is always fun. They always get in fights.
That's true. Cardinals Packers should be a good game.
Yeah, a lot of offense. I'm thinking.
Yo, what do you think of Drake May debut?
I'm excited, man. I bought a lot of Drake May rookie cards because I think Drake May is gonna be good in this league. I really wanted the Giants to trade up for him. If we didn't, I wanted us to get Neighbors. I'm happy with Neighbors, but I think Drake May has this like Josh Allen build. He can run. He's a big guy. He's not the most accurate guy, but like that you can kind of work on a little bit. I don't know. I think Drake May is good. I think that situation is horrific, so I'm scared for him. I'm scared that he's just going to get pummeled. But I think he can run out of situations better than Jacoby Brissett. So I'm excited to see what they can do.
I'm like kind of in on Drake May. There's always one quarterback per class that's supposed to go in the first round that the consensus from all of the sports geniuses, like me and you, say that guy is going to be horrible. I would think of like one example would be a Will Levis.
Yeah, I think Will Levis
doesn't seem like he's going to pan out. Law of averages, I just think Drake May, he's that same guy. Everyone said he sucks. Don't pick him. I think just he's going to be good. It's just, the way things work.
I agree.
No other analysis than that. Just think he's going to be good.
Yeah. And now, with the college football and football segments done, we'd like to welcome our surprise guest.
I'm guessing for a good chunk of you skipped through the college football and the NFL section. And just so we're actually going to talk about it again before we introduce the special guest.
So
really honored to have this guy on the podcast. He's funny. He's witty. He's one of our best friends. Rotem, you want to introduce him? This was a really hard get.
Yeah, no, this was who we wanted to who got voted most wanting to be added to the league. His name is spelled correctly now, although I spelled it incorrectly twice, 2 separate times. His name is Cassidy Doherty.
Notorious.
Hello, gentlemen. A pleasure to be on here. Like Aaron said, it wasn't easy. Had to move a bunch of things around on the calendar, but I'm here with you today and looking forward to it.
Look at this man. Works hard for us. Works hard for a league he's
Sure,
not
yes,
even
sir.
in. We got to make sure we get him in. I mean, even as a co-partner of someone.
Yeah,
Hey, you heard it on the pod. I'd take them.
Oh,
Aaron might need some help. He might need some help, or
Aaron's 5-0 right now. I mean,
Not this
yeah,
year.
maybe not
no,
more.
you're not 5-0, Dickwood.
No, not. I said I don't need help this year. I needed it last year. That's for sure.
All right. So let me share my screen real quick and let's talk a little playoff baseball. I want to let you guys take it over because I can talk about my Yankees for a little bit, I guess, to start. Good, kind of come from behind, great game. First game, second game, we just didn't look good. We didn't show up. I really hope we win the series because the Royals are young and they're tough. Uh, and the Yanks, if they're not hitting, they're not going to win. Uh, but yeah, I think the better series here is you two guys against our friend from
Let's stay in the AL real quick. I just want to give a shout out to those Detroit Tigers. If you
Detroit,
don't
man.
love the Tigers, you don't love sports. I mean, what a story!
What a
Uh,
story.
I hope those guys, if it's not my Phillies, I hope they go all the way. They're changing the way baseball's played for years to come. If you don't know, now you know.
I
I'm
agree.
not familiar. What's the story exactly there, Aaron?
Well, the Tigers were really struggling to start the season. I think at one point they had like a
Uh,
1% chance to make the playoffs. One thing that they've done, which I think a lot of other teams are going to lean more into, is they've abandoned that idea of the traditional, five rotation starting
Oh,
pitcher lineup. I think they only have two starting pitchers, and then the other 3 days were bullpen days.
no way.
Um,
I didn't know
yeah,
that.
love
that strategy worked incredibly well for them. That's what got them this far into the postseason. So
Wow.
I imagine you're going to see a lot of teams emulating that, especially the lower budget teams.
Yeah. I mean, I think they have this one guy, Struble, something like that, who's their ace. He's gonna win Cy Young. He's a stud. And then yeah, like Aaron said, I think they kind of they found a new way, like those
Billy B.
athletics of
Billy
old.
B.
Yeah, Bill
Yep,
exactly.
yep. That's the
Bro,
beauty of baseball.
quick question on the Yankees.
What you got?
What do you think about, it seems like a lot of people are saying that Stanton can't run and that he's a liability. And I did see a clip today in which it does look to have legs that he cannot run really.
He can't. He if he doesn't hit a bomb, or even if it's like a double, like what should be a double, he'll get a single and like round first and like act like he's gonna run for second and then realize like he's an old man who's top heavy. But listen, Stanton's our what, fifth best player? So or fifth best batter. So if he hits a home run, I'll take it. If he, gets a walk or
Yeah.
hits a guy in,
Fifth
I'll
best
take it.
batter can't run.
Listen, we got other guys that can run. We're called the Bronx Bombers for a reason.
Eh, fair enough.
Let's talk about your Mets right now because I'm
What
pretty sure.
about Judge has the most strikeouts in World Series or postseason history or something like
Yeah,
that?
no, I mean the dude strikes out, but he is also the MVP and he is also batting what 340 something this year and
Damn.
hit the most home runs in that MLB and
Two
uh
thirds of them were in the Mickey Mouse
You
Stadium.
know who's you know
okay. Okay. I mean nothing would be better than Yankees Phillies World Series.
Oh yeah,
I
we
think
have some unfinished business, dude.
think both cities would burn down and it would cause all hell, especially if also Trump wins. But well we can talk about that later. Let's get into the real series here.
by the way, real quick, who has the third highest OPS in MLB postseason history? I can name the first two for you. It would be Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig.
Is it Bryce Harper?
It's Bryce Harper.
Oh,
93.
wow.
I
Great.
That's
was
right.
imagining that's why you brought that stat up, not for Judge.
Shut up, my boy. You know the Yankees.
I mean, he had a great.
Good.
I bet on him to hit a home run. And he did it for me. I think he's a stud. I mean, the dude knows what to do when it cuts to the playoffs. Obviously before too, but the dude's a stud. Let me hear what you guys think about this series so far. I mean, the Mets, they're just the story of these like underdogs, highest payroll in MLB, but like these guys are just
Yeah.
they're what after the second half of the season they had the best record. They came into the playoffs as underdogs and they won that series, and now against you guys. What do you guys think? Are you guys scared here?
They remind me of the Phillies of 2022. It's like almost quite literally the same story that you just described. So yeah, it's pretty terrifying, honestly. So I hope we win the game today, but no, it's a pretty scary series, and I think that the majority of Philadelphia fans would admit that.
Yeah, little nerve-wracking. I agree with Aaron. It does feel like the roles have reversed here a little bit, where we're used to being it coming in and being the underdogs that, then catch fire.
Yeah, we're the scrappy $500 million roster.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Not by payroll, but by regular season record. And now the roles have reversed. But I do think, I mean, the one difference I think is starting pitching rotation. So I think, hopefully we should be able to carry it through. But that third best OPS guy and the top guys gotta come through. It'd be a painful loss if we were to lose this one. I prefer to keep it. I wish we would have just talked about the Yankees and the Phillies.
No, no,
Just ignore the Mets.
no, no.
Usually they're irrelevant and not big enough to talk about most of our lives.
Yeah.
But we have to give them the attention they're due now. So
I mean, listen,
see.
didn't you guys have who was your starting pitcher? Wheeler, right? He's what?
Wheels.
Yeah, he's a stud. He's the Mets killer.
That guy hates the Mets.
He hates
fucking
the
hates the
them.
Mets for good
But-
reason.
But then, he shuts them out and then he comes out and they score what, 4 runs and then another two and
Yeah, and our bullpen had been solid all year, and then they went to shit right there. Long series though, we're gonna be all right.
long
Hopefully
series.
we'll get a call from our correspondent in Center City, Eddie, very soon.
Oh
Eddie,
yeah, I mean, right
hope
now
to
I'm
hear from you
seeing
soon.
it's 1-0. Is this a must-win game, do you guys think? Is if you guys lose this game, what is it? 2, 2, and then one in a five, like 2 at home, 2 away, and then one?
Yeah.
That's right.
Oof. So if you guys lose this one, I mean, playing at the
Yeah, it's not a must win, I wouldn't say quite, but it's damn near closest to it, I guess. Because
can't
we
lose.
we got Nola on the bump, who looks like he's getting shelled a little bit right now. So uh it's gonna make it tough. I think this is the game we got to take in New York, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think if you guys win this game, then it kind of puts all the pressure on the Mets, who already have kind of all the pressure off of them, and it kind of reverses it back. And I don't know if the Mets can play with the pressure. I think they like kind of that underdog, like what Philadelphia is as a city. You guys, you did it with the Eagles, you did it with the Phillies, and not all the way, but like that was kind of that's how you guys like to play with just that, you know just give it all and it doesn't really matter if we lose, but it does because the fans will boo. And
I
what
had a question on the New York fandom. Are the Mets just sort of like, is it because the Yankees are like the premier product there that all of the Mets fans, like they show the Mets fans around the stadium and my stomach just starts to turn. I mean, there's a grimy feel to this fan base, to this
Yeah.
franchise. Like they've just crawled out of the sewers. Is that because the Yankees exist? I mean, why is that, Ro?
So I would say there's this thing where if you're kind of Italian or Catholic or Christian, you're kind of born a Yankee fan.
Oh,
Unfortunately, I'm a front runner, so I kind of just went for the Yanks. But the Mets are just these dirty little staking Jews that just have
God.
like the money behind them, but they also have just like all these decrepit little beings that are just kind of their fans.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think if it was Yankees Mets, I would shit on them even harder. But
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Yeah, I'd say it's like in high school. You got the athletes, the cool kids, the winners, and you got the geeks, the nerds, and the losers.
like special needs table. Yeah.
And that's just the way that the world works. So that's just the Yankees fans became they were winners and they were inherited that winning, and then you got
right,
the losers who never got a chance to be a part of that, Mets
exactly.
fans. So
And that's
there you
Gotcha.
go.
it's Mets,
Gotcha.
Jets, kind of. I mean, Knicks, I guess you can throw in there. It's just that mentality of we're not winning today, so we'll probably not win tomorrow either.
Yeah,
I
they're
got a
gonna be
question
nothing.
for D. I got a question for you. What'd you think of booing Castellanos? That's his name, right?
Castellanos,
Yes, yeah.
Castellanos.
What'd you think of the fans kind of booing him and then him just being like, these fucking scumbags?
Yeah, I mean, I think, it clearly doesn't work for everyone, but I loved that interaction. I mean, I think Castellanos is the perfect person to do it for. He's kind of like, if you know about him, he kind of like embodies Philly a little bit too, not as like cheapy and pandering as like Bryce does, but he's got the same sort of personality where he could have been like a Philly person.
All right.
So I loved where he like, like that clip of him being like these fucking people during that spin. And then after he hits the home run or the thing,
Yeah.
the game
Breaks
winning
him.
hit, he starts flipping them off, back off that. And you notice the Philly fans didn't get pissed. They didn't get
Yeah.
pissed that he flipped them off or said that. They're like, this is what we want. We were doing this, and that's why we booed it to get a reaction, to wake them
Yeah.
up a little bit, to get out of the fucking gutters here. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
we want dogs. We want people like that. Like
yeah,
that's exactly what we want.
it's the opposite of what you did to what's his name?
Turner.
Turner. Yeah, you cheered
Yeah.
him because you could tell he's not a Philly boy. He's more
Yeah,
of
that was an
a dude.
uncomfortable phase for a lot of Philly fans. I think we're not used to that sort of, the opposite of tough love, that
Yeah.
the Lovey Dove love type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Turner Tussy tap. That was a controversial moment
Yeah.
in our city.
Yeah.
No more
Exactly.
tapping Tussies.
No. And some people react to it, some people don't. You get like the Jalen Hurts who probably would crumple, or the Carson Wentz's who crumple when that happens. But Castellanos, I think, that's what we
Yeah.
want to see. He had the perfect reaction to it. Come right back at us and prove us wrong. And that's what he did.
Yeah, one guy that says "fuck me," no, "fuck you." That's what I want. Prove me wrong. That's right. Have
The
a little
city's
attitude.
full of therapists. I mean, you guys know exactly how you need to treat your players. You kind of tough love or
Tough love.
positivity. You guys got to get them out of the gutter, and you do. I got to give it to you.
Yeah, well, we need to keep it up because it ain't over yet. It looks like they're gonna need a lot more therapy going here.
Yeah, I mean mid fourth right now, going into Mets at bat, 1-0. I mean 1-0 is probably the worst lead to have in baseball. It's just it's like 2-0 in hockey. It's just your team kind of takes a breath, and you don't really want that.
Exactly. We had it game one.
Yeah,
Why
exactly.
isn't it? Why wouldn't it be like 1-1 or 1-0 in hockey?
Well,
Why
2-0
would
in hockey, it's like 1-0 in hockey. I guess hockey players have this like sturdiness that they're like, nah, we haven't won yet. But 2-0, they kind of start taking a breath, and then you score one, it becomes 1-0, but they're still kind of reeling.
you'd rather be up 1-0 in hockey than 2-0 in hockey?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
your guys absolutely still go for it, baby.
All right, chat, chime in. Let me know what you think about that.
Let's hear it, chat. All right. I think that will, unless you guys have anything else to say about the baseball, I think playoff baseball.
One quick question for Aaron. Well, then we can wrap on this.
Yeah.
Aaron, what do you think about some of these people out here who, question? They don't seem as passionate, and they're just like, whatever happens, happens. This is baseball. Like you can't get angry if your team doesn't hit a single hit for 2/3 of the innings, game one. Do you have any opinions? Do you think you should be getting riled up and upset?
Yeah. To any viewers that might share a similar opinion, I'd say that's why you pay these guys the big bucks.
Okay.
Big bucks, big expectations. You got to deliver. You got to deliver. The mail delivers the rent is due every damn day. You got to deliver. I don't want to hear, oh, he played well in June. He hit the ball well last postseason. What are you going to do for me today?
There you go. Simply put, love it.
Cassidy is are the Phillies your favorite team out of all like the fandoms, or would you probably say Eagles?
No, Eagles still, but I will say I think in the last few years, maybe I'm a sort of bandwagoner of sorts too, I guess, but they've definitely replaced the Sixers for two. I think understandably so, because the Sixers are just a miserable franchise. You're never going to go anywhere. But
They're going
I
to win
would
the championship
say
this year. I'm actually buying partial season tickets.
You should
so
sell
the
them.
Sixers,
Yep.
you should sell them immediately.
I haven't bought them yet, but I'm planning on buying them.
If they win a conference championship, I'll put a burrito in my
You'll jump in the Schuylkill.
I'll put a burrito in my asshole if they win a conference championship.
You heard it here first on Rose Speaks.
Yeah. I'll give a quick shout out too to, I think this is an opinion that I think, guy named Eddie from Roxborough would be proud of. But Flyers are on the radar. I think Flyers could, especially if this year doesn't if the Phillies don't make it past this round, let's say, Flyers might be up next to be right behind the
Yeah,
Eagles because we got this Russian over here.
what's the
Uh,
name? What's the name of the young player that's good on the
uh,
Flyers?
I don't know. Let me look it up. I probably won't be able to pronounce it, but
That's why I was hoping you knew it because I didn't think you'd be able to pronounce it. Yeah, you do though.
yeah, I have no idea. I think it's like Matvey Michkov. I need
That
Phil.
sounds. I think
Phil on
that's
this.
right. I think
Uh,
Yeah.
that's right.
I mean, that's what they call him in his home country. So
Yep. I think
Yep.
that's right. That sounds good to me.
I do love hockey though. I love the sport of hockey. I wish we didn't suck for the last 10 years because it's fun to watch. They'll drop the gloves. It's a good one. But we're going on a tangent here.
no, I
Yeah.
agree. I think NHL talk is coming up soon. Devils played in Denmark, I think, or Belgium or something like that against a team. We beat them twice. That was like it's like 2 games while the preseason is still going, but it counts for the regular season. I don't know. Phil was telling me about it. We won
Yeah.
them. Great wins. I think the Devils might have a good year too. Hopefully we meet you guys. I don't know if we're on the same. I don't know hockey too well,
I
but
don't know. Somewhere. Yeah, me either.
yeah,
No idea. Hopefully we beat Phil, but that's all I know.
Go Canucks.
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
This
Aaron's a
fucking
fucking
guy.
Vancouver fan over here.
Go Canucks.
Jesus. This I do not. This is that whole fandom is also causes a lot of controversy in the Philly sports world too. But we'll save that for another week.
Moving on to
Well,
the Canucks.
if some callers or viewers can be fans of multiple teams, then I think it's acceptable too. I like the Flyers too.
All
All
right.
right, fair enough.
All right. And with that, the NHL segment has finished, and we can move on to probably what everybody's here for, which is the superlatives.
And we'll be getting to this next week. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you, and good night. All
Oh
right.
wow, we got some split. I haven't
Oh
seen the
yeah.
results yet either. I forgot to ask for him. So this is
Yeah.
just going off the gut here.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy you guys are seeing this for the first time. I was looking at this last night, and it's very funny what the responses are. I think a
So
lot of
I want to make sure the viewers know that Rotem had way more time to write jokes than me and Dia. If he seems funnier.
so if my jokes are still shit, then you know who's with here. All right. Who is most likely to be traded? I want to hear who you guys voted for. We had Dia vote as well. Although with the league questions, he might not know as much, but
Yeah.
it's fun to speculate.
I think hopefully I didn't influence it too much, but it looks like I went with the favorite. I believe I went Matt Scott on this one.
Matt
He
Scott.
gave the vibe like he just he'd have some idea of some player he'd think is going to be great, won't listen to any logic or any trade analyzer or anything like that, and he'll just accept the trade.
Yeah. I think there's a reason kind of why it's super split. I believe I voted for sure. But then I thought about it and I was like, it's probably Lipson just with the Garrett Wilson trade last year. This is a keeper league, and he traded Garrett Wilson, who's like a 11th round keeper, something like that. And for just like absolute trailer trash. He didn't even end up making the playoffs. And
Garrett Wilson's kind of been asked though, also
he
to
has been. So maybe the kid's a
but it
wizard.
was definitely a trade at the time. It sounds
Yeah,
like
absolutely. But yeah, we're split here. We got Tall with 2 votes. Scott with
That
the
actually was that was my vote for Tall.
There's
Oh.
2. So, maybe vote for himself.
Going back
Yeah.
up.
My thought with Tall is Tall really gives a shit. I mean that guy cares. Reeks of desperation when things aren't going right. Oh man, you could just smell it. Like that's a target right there.
Go move on.
Shikoff is texting him every single day.
Oh no.
I think that's that Tall is most likely to be traded.
I see Schick here. I think Schick's more of the Traper than the Trapey. I see Jordan Bob. I see Andrew Shore. I don't see us here, Dickman, which is great.
Yeah, real tough guys. Tough guys.
If I'm one thing is not a Trapey, man. I will not let myself get traped.
I'll go down with the shit before I get traped.
Oh yeah, you won't even smell my players. All right, who offers the worst trades? This was a resounding
Yeah.
Josh Schickhoff.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought that was
gonna be
Alaguchi for a second.
Yeah.
So Gucci, I thought that was Gucci too, but the color is weird.
Yeah.
Schick really does. He thinks, with his finance and acting background that he can kind of weasel in and make you do something you don't want to do.
I'm 2 for 2. I saw both those coming without even being in the league.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
should tell you all you need to know.
I think
Exactly.
we're
Personality.
26 years old, like at this point. Oh, hold on.
Oh, ding, 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 ding.
Eddie from Roxborough. Welcome to Rose Speaks.
Yeah, thank you. Well, thank you for having me.
Oh, he's talking now.
It's not been such a great game so far, but I think I might need some roast beef magic.
Can you guys hear him okay?
Yeah,
Yep.
we can
Loud
hear
and clear. Loud and clear.
Yeah, well, what are you seeing so far? This is let me just introduce you real quick. This is Eddie from Roxborough. This is our Philadelphia correspondent. You guys also do not know him, viewers of the show, but he has now become a close friend of the show. So, all right, Eddie, what are you seeing?
Well, just Noah missing 2 pitches, 2 home runs. We need to get to their bullpen, and we'll see what happens. But
2-0.
Good contact. I don't know. I need some juice. I'm not very happy right now, but I know you guys wanted a happy Eddie from Oxford, but it might not be happening today.
Well,
all right.
At least we can be grateful they were both solos, right? Right, Eddie?
Yeah, solo shots don't kill us. It's only 2 runs, plenty of time.
That's right.
Right. Takes a lot more than that to kill us, Eddie.
Well, thank you.
It's a lot more to kill us.
Hey Eddie,
Thank you.
is the worst league to have in baseball, man. That's the toughest one.
Yeah,
you don't want that.
That's what they always say. That's what they told me back in the day. I never believed it, but that's the saying.
What are we thinking? Maybe we start booing Castellanos, maybe Harper even, just to kind of get him going.
I like that. I like that.
We need some Philly scumbags in the building, like booing our guys, so like they can wake up or something.
What do you have to say to
Castellanos did it the other day.
What do you have to say to all those Mets fans out there listening to the show?
There's nothing to say right now.
No.
He's down. He's down.
Philadelphia sideline reporter is not
when you're down, you don't talk shit. That's the rule.
All right. Well, Eddie, we hope we get you back soon talking some shit, okay? Thank you for calling.
All right. No problem.
All right. That's Eddie in Roxborough.
I'll tell you one thing about Eddie. If Eddie lived in New York, he'd be at this game, though. I think that's one thing you got to say about Eddie.
You got to give, and we'll probably see that a little down the line here. Eddie. I mean, he's not on this, obviously. He's a random guy, but if he was, his comp would be Teddy Hater Laudenbach.
Yeah, definitely.
He is a great fan.
Nice to hear from Eddie. Moving on.
Who is most likely to offer the worst trades? Schick. We got Hun with 3, Tall, and then Philro. I don't know who voted for us. I personally think I strictly go for fair trades, unbiased trades. But someone's got a little hate.
About a bad experience. Yeah.
All right, so we'll move on. Worst e-board minor board member, Dia. This is there's 5 people in the e-board minor board, but I mean they have Illuminati size power. I mean, these guys they make all the decisions, and we're just little podcast guys.
I'm familiar with the power struggles that can occur.
Meanwhile, there's 12 franchises in the league, and 5 of them hold power.
Yeah, it's tough to hear. It's tough to see. But right now with Rose Speaks, Dickman Talks, we can kind of shed some light on the power dynamic. So far we have 9 votes for Ethan Hun. Dia, I'm assuming you also voted here, Ethan Hun?
Yeah, I think that might be 3 for 3 now. I believe I sort of could have guessed that, but I am curious, like, in which way are we meaning worse? Is he just unfair? Is he a bad ruler? Does he abuse his power? Or does he just not do anything? I mean,
Dickman, I'll let you talk.
Well, I actually did not vote for him.
Oh, okay, true. I don't know who you 2 voted for, so it might be an unfair.
I voted for Josh Schickoff. Josh Schickoff's job is the fun chair, and this is the most fun thing the league's ever had to offer.
Okay. All right. Well, chat, let me know how you feel or why Hun's the worst.
Hun, though, I think Hun's the punishment chair. I did not enjoy the being
Yeah,
part of the punishment last year.
Yeah.
I did not vote for him though, so I'll let Rotem shed some light on that.
Yeah, I think, there's people in this league that kind of, give it their all for what their position is. I think Hun does. I didn't vote for him either. I don't remember who I voted for. I think I might have voted for Tall because we've been waiting on the wild card um rankings for 3 weeks now, and he said he was going to get back to us, and he never did. I also don't know if he cares or likes any of us. But I think shit kind of does a little bit. Now that he's moved to California, he's a little bit on different time. Um,
We did kind of cuck Trade Tuesdays.
yeah, we did cuck him.
Yeah, we did kind of cuck him.
Teddy, Teddy's the warden. He's the big boss. He's a security guard for J Bob, and I do think he does a good job. I think when he needs to shut his foot. He also wrote the agenda and addendums and on kind of the everything. So you got to give him kind of credit. And then J Bob,
Didn't
I
read
think I
that.
like J Bob as commish, man. I like him.
Yeah, he's great.
Oh, he's commish. Okay, so it's not like a 5-person commish. That. It means he must be doing good then. Because
We got Hun and Shikoff are considered the minor board.
Okay.
Tall is considered the COO, creative director, and Teddy is head of security, the warden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then, Jordan Bob, if he needs to put his foot down, he will. A lot of people don't like his decisions. I personally, I'm kind of proud to have him as my commish. But
He must be doing good. In most of my leagues, this would be a unanimous commissioner worst.
Right.
So
he's great. No, I mean, nothing but good things to say about Jordan Bob.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is just
fun.
Hun voted for J Bob, and yeah, we can move on. Best set of pregame, I mean, pretty easy. It's Teddy Hater Loudback. I mean, the dude is fun at a pregame. We can just move on here.
Where's the hater come from? Has he been hating on people in this fantasy league?
So I was giving him a little bit of shit when the Mets beat the Phillies game 1, and he was not having any of it.
It was just from that.
And he was just giving a lot of hate to Rose Speaks. He's now renounced that hate. But yeah, that's kind of what I was.
You might come back out after today. All right. Well,
All right. Best athlete in the league, with a resounding Andrew Shore.
Wow.
I can see that. I mean, the dude's got hops. Now he's got the sternum issue. So it might kind of decrep him a little bit. But
how do you? Let me ask real quick to you two gentlemen here. How do you define an athlete? Like in terms of excellence at one sport, or just overall, you place this guy in a sport he's never played before, and I think he'll be able to figure it out.
The latter, I'd say.
Latter?
Yeah. I mean, if someone's really good at golf, you could be a worse athlete. You could be the worst athlete in the league. I don't think I got this one though. I think I went Teddy Hater for this, given I thought he was good at various sports, and he's got the whole, the rare hockey skill under his belt too. And Shore has one nut now, right? That must decrease testosterone levels. So I thought
his weight, he can't the weight, his body is not the equilibrium is off. So he naturally,
somewhere over
right.
here.
Yeah. So he can't, I'm just guessing here. I would think
he can't swing a bat anymore. That's
yeah, I would have thought he'd be falling off a cliff, but maybe he's maybe Father Time has not passed him by yet.
No, yeah. I mean, I agree. I think Teddy's a great athlete. I think he's got the wettest jumper in the game. I think bowling, he's
Aldridge.
unstoppable. Like, yeah, he can, if you put a ball in his hand, he'll make do with it. I do think Shore kind of exceeds him a little bit. But Dickman.
Wow.
2 votes for me.
Absolutely, Dickman. I mean, come on. I've seen you on the ball court. I mean, the dude is just how do they say it in NFL? Sneaky athletic with grind, and workability. I mean, coachable. I just, I completely agree. I got 1 vote, which is weird because no, I didn't, but I got 2 votes. I wouldn't vote for myself, and I got 2 votes for worst athlete in the league. So I think so people don't, they don't know. I can hit
polarizing topic.
Yeah, Hun voted for himself.
Hun voted for himself.
Yeah. And J Bob because the golf, I'm assuming he's a great golfer. So you got to kind of when there's a guy at the top of his craft, you kind of got to.
I mean, overall, I just want to say we have I think we have good athletes overall in this league.
Absolutely. I would say Matt Scott is sneaky athletic as well. But yeah, let's go to worst
I
athlete.
would say average compared to
Yeah.
the general population.
He's got Larry Fitzgerald hands, so I mean, you got to remember that. He'd be a great slot receiver in the league. Worst athlete,
Surprised
six.
we didn't get more comedians, by the way.
Yeah, right. Just
All
like
due respect, but we all had it.
6 votes for tall for worst athlete.
Damn.
I think it's just because he's so tall that it's almost tough to do anything when you're that height, even like sleep and walk through doors.
He's so
Um,
tall that it's like hard to control your body, but he's not tall enough where you can just like, like he's not Wemby.
yeah,
Like, you know.
exactly. He's kind of on that fringe where you're shit at.
I mean, I rarely see something that surprises me on the basketball court when I'm playing with some buddies, and I was pretty surprised how horrible Tall was at basketball when I played with him.
All right. Well, I guess that makes sense for the 6. Gucci got 2.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever
oh my
watched
God,
Gucci play sports. Yeah. Um, Jordan Bob got 1, probably Hun. Hun got 1. I think Hun's a good athlete, so I don't know who voted for him. Maybe someone. I play basketball with him. The dude can kind of post up, down low. He's good.
I hear he's the best player on the New York team,
Who said that?
Ethan Hunt.
Oh yeah.
Incredible sources.
No, I mean he's definitely up there. I mean he's really good. The dude can ball.
Is he a 2 guard or is he a more like
No, he plays
power
on offense. He plays center because I play more outside, and then on defense I play center, and he'll usually like pick up that power forward.
All right. Now here's a good player. With all due respect,
No, he can play. He can play. Lipson. Lipson played baseball, right? That was kind of.
He's a solid athlete.
Yeah, I mean, none of us are bad athletes. I got 2. I can see it. People, I'm fat as shit. Kind of people think I can't shoot. So I thought I'd get more votes, to be honest. And then Phil got 1. Phil is not good. I mean, Phil's a rebounder during ball, but he's a hockey legend. So,
yeah, I've never seen Phil play like hockey, and I almost voted Phil. I ended up voting for Tall, but Phil would probably be second on my list. That's another guy that when I played basketball with him, it was like, holy shit,
he's more like when football players play basketball, just go against the board.
He needs to like try out a fullback position or something. Yeah.
I wouldn't play Phil in UFC though after playing the basketball, that's for sure.
But I'd say we're all good athletes.
Tall, you're not that bad of a basketball player.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You're just tall. You're just super tall.
You're just too tall.
All right, best cook in the league. We can go through this quick. I thought this was going to be unanimous shit because he has that YouTube series.
Like he's an influencer now. I think it's an obvious answer.
Right. You kind of expect it. I'm pretty sure I voted for him.
I voted for Hun. And I was going to vote for Shikoff because I knew this was what the vote was for, but I tried to vote positively for every member of the league. So nice. Hun, you made some good meals. Good meals at center court that I enjoyed. So this one, you get this one over Shikoff from me.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume Hun voted for himself twice. Maybe Fid did because I'm pretty sure Hun just cooks for Fid every night. So he kind of felt like he needed to. And then Tall voted for himself. But I mean, it's nice to see kind of we see it's in our face that shit cooks. So you'd expect him to win the most. All right, who's most likely to leave in the league in the next 5 years? Dickman.
Oh, damn! Maybe I shouldn't split with you. This
has
the after effect to the punishment, I'd assume.
Yeah. I mean, hand up.
I mean, and the last podcast too, because you did say that there's something if like the punishment goes that way, and you might like. I think that's why. I don't think anyone really knows. Well, but you did also say you want to stay.
You might
boys,
martyr,
I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So treat me right, okay? Treat me nice.
Wow. I voted for Gucci just because Gucci has that work league now that he likes more than this league. He puts a lot more effort into it. And so, you never know, but I don't think anyone's really leaving.
I voted one of the I think I might have voted for myself or honestly, but if I didn't vote for me, I would have voted for one of the girlfriend havers.
Right.
just because, you guys are going to potentially start having real life things going on and
Yeah.
forget all about us.
Who wants
But
that?
no, I'd say me was probably the correct
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah, but we're not hoping anyone leaves.
Yeah, treat me right, treat me nice. Although Dio could be a good replacement, but
No, but what about just co do it? You do the punishment together. It's fun, you know.
I'm,
Um,
I'm all in
See,
for
you got some good leverage right now, Aaron. Let's not ruin it.
it.
all right, I fucked up here, and this kind of shows how much I don't play when you guys all play. I meant to say stack up, but I wrote flip cup, which is stupid. I know. Let's go through it quick. Teddy got 6. Teddy's really good at drinking games. Um,
Ted's great with balls in his hands.
yeah,
Yeah.
Ted's butter. It's
Put the
what.
ball, put balls in his hands. Ted's fucking jerking that thing. He's getting it in the cup.
Damn.
No,
You
Ted's
get all
really
you
good.
want.
No, for real though. Ted is really good at hand-eye coordination.
Yeah,
Anything
no, he really
involving
is.
that, I'm taking Ted in any hand-eye coordination game, and he's
I
competitive
if
as
this
fuck.
was stack up, it would be 100% Ted. We have
Any game like that, give me Teddy.
yeah, yeah, 100%. Shore got 3, Jordan Bob got 2, I got 1. I think someone was fucking around because they know I just don't really play these games. And then Tall got 2.
Oh,
Let's
All
go
right.
tall.
yeah, that goes against the worst athlete results.
Best dressed in the league. I want this
Bro,
segment. This one is sponsored by Kith. Because that's my whole wardrobe, and I got 4 votes.
let's go.
Yeah.
What
Uh,
is that?
Kith is this brand that I love, and I think my whole
No.
wardrobe is Kith.
Yo,
And
use the Row Speaks discount code Row Speaks. You'll get 0% off.
but
Wow.
but if you open an account, you get like to jump the line because they know me there. No, it's a great brand. I'm happy you guys think I dressed decently well. I voted for Schick. I think Schick's style is kind of nice. It's kind of like clean cut. Shore got 3. Shore's also kind of a clean cut guy. And then we got 1 for Ted, 1 for Fid, 1 for Scott, 1 for
Let's
Dickman.
go. Yeah,
Wow.
I wouldn't expect to vote. I try a little bit though. I voted for Fiddle personally. I see I'm the only representative. Fiddle's got some dope ass t-shirts.
Fid's got some swag.
Um, I know you said Shore and Shikoff. They're clean, traditional, and there's nothing wrong with that. But Fiddle always got some shirt that I'm like, yo, that's dope as fuck.
That's a
So
tight
shout out
shirt.
Fiddle and his t-shirts.
Shout out Fid. Shout out Earl from Long Island.
Ian
Uh,
from Long
yeah.
Island. Got some relation to Ethan Fiddle, maybe.
Pretty sure they're cousins or something. Phil got 1. I think me and Phil have very similar styles. I think we both kind of like that All Saints Kith shit. But yeah, this is yeah. All right, best fantasy
Do
drafter.
you think if we did best sneakers in the league, do you think that
I think it
would
would. It'd be a mix between me, you, Phil, and Ted.
Ted? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We should have rephrased the question.
yeah. I mean,
No,
I
you
would,
won those. You kind of eliminated us. So good job.
yeah, exactly why I did it. All right, best fantasy drafter. I think we kind of with Fiddle with a big one. Fiddle's always in like the top 3 for some reason. The dude just
Damn.
knows this league and knows how to draft. I thought I voted for Dickman, I believe, or maybe I voted for Fiddle, but I think Dickman's right there. I think Dickman's a great drafter.
Wow.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, last year I had some bad luck. I had my
yeah,
top
you got
2. My three of my first 4 picks were basically out for the year.
yeah,
Shore just texted about the recording. We're recording now. Now, hush. I think Fiddle's a very good vote. Fiddle's the Minnesota Vikings of the Fantasy Football League. If you're not familiar with that reference, by the way, look into the history of Minnesota Vikings. They are good every single year.
Wow.
Yeah, they just can never win the big one.
never
But
win. Yeah,
Fiddle is very impressively very competitive every single year.
yeah,
And it's a game of mostly luck and a little bit of skill. That's very impressive.
yeah. No, I agree. I think you're good. Tall's good. I don't know if Tall's like best draft.
He's got insight. He's a shark.
Yeah, no, Tall knows ball, so you kind of know like he's gonna have like a decent team, but I'm pretty sure he's been shit the last couple of years. So
When Tall, when I think of a good drafter, I think of the guy that's sitting in his chair. You put your name on the board, and they go,
yeah,
"Good
yeah,
pick,
good
good pick." And Tall is one
yeah.
that's giving
He
those
did that
good
with
picks.
Brian Thomas Jr. this year. I think everyone was like, "Oh, hey, like that's my guy."
Yeah, just to touch on that real quick, I picked a lottery ticket on Lad McConkey and Keon Coleman on, one of these rookie wide receivers has to be good. I should have put the lottery ticket on Brian Thomas.
He's really good. I mean, I think
He's a
all
star.
the rookie wide receivers have been like good so far. But Conky's been good. Keon Coleman's been decent.
Nah, he's been pretty ass, hasn't he?
Didn't he
Keon
have? He had
Coleman,
like a 6 yard tutty last game.
Oh, true. He came
Yeah,
alive last week. Before that, it
yeah.
was looking rough.
not
He's
much consistency.
apparently he's a raw prospect, so I think it'll take him a little bit of time. But Jordan Bob Hun probably voted for himself, but I mean, he's 2 times champ, so he is good.
Hun's a good drafter.
I
Someone
think I just voted for Hun just because all I know is that he's won the last year. So without
so
having much other insight, I just went with that.
if it wasn't Hun who's just cocky about it, he probably would have gotten more votes. I mean, the dude
Hmm.
could pick. Someone who I thought,
If his e-board performance was better.
yeah,
Yeah.
someone who I thought would be a more popular pick would be Gucci. I think Gucci's team is like, other than this year, it's like always good. I mean, he's a champion. Like he's always got a good team.
He's
Um,
solid.
yeah,
I don't know how it works in this league, at least in our home league, always has great keepers, but then he can't put the team around him to win the big one. So I don't know if you draft, how much do keepers weigh into the drafting? I was debating putting him though.
He
he
doesn't stand out to me as like a. I mean, I
Yeah.
would say I voted Fiddle. My second place probably would have been Shikoff, so I got 2 votes.
I
So
Shikoff, I
Gucci
like
would be like
Shikoff.
bottom three for you.
Shikoff, like people zig, Shikoff zags, which I really like his strategy.
Zagger
So
for sure.
you know,
Zag
yeah, zag it. Maybe you could say.
Zag it. It's like, see, you're the witty one. Nah, I voted Fiddle too, and I think if I had a second one, I actually would have voted Gucci. I think Gucci's team's like always scary. He always beats us. So,
Hmm.
yeah,
He
uh,
doesn't stick out for Aaron.
yeah.
He's solid though. No, he's a good drafter.
Big effort.
Above average. Above average.
All right. Biggest crybaby when their team loses. I want to get your thoughts on this one.
This is a good one.
This is a resounding Ted.
Yeah.
We got Hun two. Just all around
All
Phillies.
the Philly guys. Yeah.
Somehow Gucci got a bet. I mean, I don't think Gucci gives a shit if they win or lose, but I think he just likes instigating. I mean, Teddy, yeah, Teddy's got a lot of heart and skin in the game. Teddy said he would give his knee to Carson Wentz when he tore it. And then when he was shit the next year, he said, I redact.
I'm gonna give a quick comment on the chart itself.
Yeah,
I
why
want
isn't
to keep
it?
your mouse why but it looks, because it's not like a straight line down the middle. It looks like all the sides are like attacking Teddy. Like,
Yeah,
you see that?
yeah.
They're
It
collapsing
looks
in on
like I agree. It looks like it's got like Pac-Manning almost.
Yeah, so this is I mean, good job from Google for
Yeah.
it's a very representative chart of all the people coming after Teddy. So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Teddy is so fun to get under his skin when his team loses. I like when Teddy's team loses and I can talk shit more than I like when my team wins. That might speak more about my personality and kind of me being a piece of shit, but I think Ted's just a funny guy. I think Hun, yeah, I guess. Jordan Bob, I don't think he's a crybaby at all about his teams.
I went Bob just because I feel like
Oh
his Redskin. It was a little bit of a shot in the dark, but I feel like his Redskin
yeah.
or whatever the fuck they're called. He used to get butthurt back in the day
Oh
about them.
yeah. Maybe I
Yeah.
just wasn't. Maybe I wasn't kind of in tune.
I might be associating
Yeah.
him more with Matt Scott's Pittsburgh, so
Yeah.
that makes sense.
No,
Yeah,
I mean, we haven't seen Bob lose a big game in a long time. They haven't been there. So
exactly. Their team's
it's
shit, so like I don't think he
fair
expects
prediction.
more. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a fair prediction.
yeah. Dickman, you got one. I don't think you get that pissed at all.
Me?
Yeah,
Nah, I'm curious who voted that. No,
yeah.
not that,
Maybe Teddy he's just throwing a shot in the dark. He just didn't want to.
maybe. Ted voted, yeah, I get fucking Yeah, I'm pissed about the Phillies. Fuck. Yeah.
Scott won. Yeah, see, I agree. I think Scott kind of his teams aren't that bad usually, or they're not that good or bad. So there's not that many expectations. Steelers and what Pirates, but
Irrelevant. Yeah, just
yeah,
they're relevant.
yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, Gucci. I think that's just we got a comedian in our hands.
Yeah. No, I think sometimes some of these votes, some people are just flying through, gotta,
Yeah, yeah,
they're not thinking, they're
uh,
not, like I said, it was the SAT. You got to think
yeah.
long and hard about these.
Yeah,
And
I mean, listen, I like making the long one because there's more fun stuff to talk about. But yeah, I see where people fun in it. Best show sportsmanship when their team wins. We got Lipson with 4. Um,
good guy.
yeah, I mean, dude is a great, great dude. I don't know if his team.
Preview for a future poll. I think he's a great dude, Lipson.
Yeah, I just don't know when his teams have won. So, J Bob, same. Ted. Who voted for Because I know Teddy voted for himself. So who voted? Who else voted for Teddy?
Ted and Bob have this like odd and honestly Fiddle too. There's like an alliance in the chat of we're all going to be nice about each other's teams.
Unless
So
we play each
I
other.
would get Bob or Fiddle. I could see saying
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Fid has 2. I think I voted for Fiddle. I think he's pretty gracious when they win.
It's not when the Knicks beat the Sixers, bro.
Yeah, but fuck the
Mm.
Sixers. I mean,
You were way more gracious.
I'm never gracious about Philly. Scott, sure. Tall, yeah. Tall's pretty good. He's pretty good with like kind of keeping it down when they lose, but also kind of when they win, he's like, yeah, we maybe we got luck. Like he'll be more, I don't know,
He's
realistic.
very stoic.
Yeah, he's stoic.
So, lacking passion.
No, but Tall's like a great fan because like Tall's the guy with like a straight face when we're winning, and when we're losing, Tall's like you can see he's upset. So
Mm.
Tall's expectations, and that's a good vote. Tall, he's
Yeah,
very respectful.
I agree. I think he's a good sportsmanship guy. And Dickman got one, so I
Oh,
guess someone's
Someone's trolling.
there's a disconnect. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a double down on a future vote.
What's that?
We'll get there.
Worst
Wow.
group chat contribute.
Holy fuck!
We have Matt Lipson with 10. Uh,
Oh,
I would say he only contributes so far when because his team's shit that he'll just like be like my team's shit. Um, he might have the chat muted. But when he contributes, he's a funny guy. Um, I got one vote. Uh, fucking whoever voted for me is a scumbag.
that's fucked up.
Damn, you could tell that hurt him.
Yeah, was that Dia?
Is that you?
No,
Look me in the
I
eye.
think I guessed Lipson on this one, I'm pretty sure, but I kind of wish I doubled on Rotem now because you could tell that first sigh was
I
just
just,
insane.
I just try to bring some happiness and laughter. It might have been Ted, honestly, if I'm thinking about it, just because the hate I was giving him.
Let's
Yeah,
pretend
true.
let's pretend it wasn't Ted. Who do you think voted that for you?
Um, let's see. I don't think it was Phil. I don't know. I don't think it was you, Dickman.
It wasn't him.
It wasn't. I don't think it was Tall. I don't think it was Scott. I don't think just Scott thinks about me that much. Gucci, I don't think he would. Fid probably wouldn't. I
I
think it
mean,
was Teddy.
maybe it was whoever won funniest because you're a big competitor. They voted.
They wanted me against. Yeah, maybe it was Schick just because I was shitting on the Phillies. Who knows? But there's a lot of hate in their heart and text me because I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Um,
Let us know in the chat who you are.
yeah, let us know in the chat. Bumps up in the chat. Phil got one, Scott got one, Hun got one. I think Scott's very funny in that chat. I wouldn't vote for him at all. I also think Phil, when he throws in a comment, it's always bound to get some fucking ha-has. I don't think he says a lot in that chat, but
Might be muted.
yeah, it might be muted.
Yeah.
There were days where it was like so many texts that like I'm pretty sure like a lot of people made it. And then Hun, someone's just hates him or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Funniest group chat contributor. We have Who I voted for, Alec Gucci.
Wow.
I think Gucci's hilarious in that chat.
Resounding results here. It seems like a lot of people agree with Roe.
I think he's very witty and he's very instigating and just tries to get fucking under people's skins and kind of pull it out.
He's
I'd
he's
say
a shortstop.
he's
Or not
like the he's like how do I put it?
He's the point guard. He sort of he draws
Like
the plays up.
if I had a funny tweet and I had like I had a buddy that had 100,000 followers, I thought it could be a hit. Like I'd send it to Gucci. Like if it's coming from Gucci, it's more likely to be a hit than if it's coming from
Yeah,
anybody else's mouth.
he's got
He
good
does have
timing
he's got an aura and a timing to the
and
group
aura.
chat.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Wow.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
dude's funny. The dude's witty and funny and kind of he knows when to say what he wants to and when he does. Like, dude's a funny guy.
maybe we can get him on this fucking podcast someday.
Maybe I don't think we're special enough in his eyes. I think he's
He's
That's a hard
busy. He's
book.
very
Yeah.
he's
guy.
got a wedding to fucking plan, and I mean he's got fucking work leagues and shit. Who knows?
He's got a big work league.
Busy guy. You got
Dickman.
Yep. Oh,
Wow.
let's go. I think I voted that one. I voted for myself.
Yeah, no.
There you go. There you go. There it is.
That's why you're hilarious, dude. You're hilarious in that chat.
I have my niche.
I think when you toss something in there, I know it's I'm bound to have a little chuckle to myself.
Well, good. Yeah. No, you gotta have a little self confidence. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
You can
Whatever
you're
we can
22.
Yeah, and I got 3. I'm happy about that. Whoever said I was the worst, eat your words, because I got fucking 3 people backing me.
I'll give you the bronze medal.
Yeah, that's silver, my dude. That's
I
silver.
know. I'd say I would have given you the bronze medal.
Oh, all right. Most likely to blow a budget on a worthless free agent. Now, before we talk about this one, I thought it was going to be resounding me and Phil, just because what happened the first season we did, the budget, and with me, how I thought it was like a weekly budget thing, so I put like $99 on some fucking piece of shit guy, and then yeah.
Up.
But yeah, no, Teddy got a lot of votes here. Me and Phil did as well. We got 2. Scott got 2, and then like the rest was kind of split out.
Pretty split.
Yeah, I'd say not much to talk about here. I would guess it's mostly recency bias.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think people think about Jerry Jeudy for Teddy, but that wasn't a pickup. So
Isaiah Likely is who I was thinking about, but I think
Okay.
the lesson here is that we're all pretty equally shitty at controlling our loads, our
yeah,
budget.
I mean, listen, I'd rather not have any left the season than have like all of it and just not have picked anyone up. So
Did Teddy drop a ton on Jerry Jeudy?
no, Teddy drafted Jerry Jeudy in the 4th round last year, and Jerry Jeudy was confirmed to be out for the first 6 weeks. It was a blunder if I've seen one.
Yeah. And just one more word on the budget. Shout out Kith. You can't take it with you when you die.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, that's Kiss motto too. All right, biggest Philly sports fan. We have Teddy Loudback.
Wow. It was close.
It was fucking tall, was right there, man.
Bones had to fucking vote for himself.
Yep, this fucking guy, man.
Like, no.
I wonder if Buns,
voted.
let us know. Would you have voted for Ted or voted for Tall?
I think I voted for Ted. I had to give it to him. The dude's got passion. But Tall is a very big Tall's a big fan of the Phillies and the Sixers. I think he's also a big Eagles fan, but like more of the first 2.
But Ted's got the Flyers, the full.
Yeah, he gets all 4. That's the advantage Ted has. He's deep into the hockey just as much as everywhere else.
I mean, he was a Union fan for
He
a
might
bit.
even be. I was gonna say he might be a fucking Union fan for all I know, or whatever the arena fucking team is. The Soul. He might be into that too.
No, he doesn't. He does not like the Union. He does not like European influence.
Oh,
Yeah, true American blood.
yeah, no libs.
No, but yeah, I mean, this is the 2 I saw. Schick might be pissed that he didn't get any votes, but come on, Dickman. I thought you maybe get a couple.
Yeah, Aaron doesn't.
No, I defer. I defer to Ted.
Yeah, I mean, you switched to Vancouver at this point. It's like
Yeah,
Ted's got the passion to stay with his.
I think the fact that Aaron's upset about the results speaks volumes about why the results are the way they are. So
exactly.
No, I'm
Exactly.
not upset. I mean, when you chirp a Philly fan in the chat, who are you chirping? Like
That
it's
is
3, 2, 1, Ted.
that. Yeah.
It's Ted. Ted's the winner. Tall's a great fan too, but it's Ted.
Yeah, it's that.
Does
Um,
this you think you need to work on your fandom then at all, Aaron?
Well, let's see the next poll.
Oh, okay.
Dickman, you didn't get one vote for worst
All
Philly.
right.
It's fucking almost an even split between Hun,
Gucci and
Schick, and Gucci.
I
yeah.
think Pun is a better Philly fan than both of them. I think those are some
Yeah,
hatred votes.
yeah, I agree.
Um, I mean, I don't know what makes one fan better than another, but yeah, I voted for one of those two. I can't remember which one, but
Yeah, I think that I mean they just both have other hobbies and things on their minds other than
they're both cool guys. Like they got other shit going on.
yeah, yeah. He's
Yeah.
Chick's got acting and cooking, and Gucci's got the wedding and the other fantasy league. So yeah, Hun, yeah, Hun. I mean, Hun didn't wear a Philly jersey to the Mets game that one time though,
Oh,
and
how could I forget?
he also fell asleep during.
He did this.
Yeah, I mean, I was there and I was wearing a Mets or a Yankee jersey, I believe, to a Mets Phillies game. That's how much I support my teams.
You're
Um,
wearing a
You fell
Yankees jersey
asleep?
right now, just cause.
oh, dear, have you not heard about this?
Oh, I did, but what sporting game was it at again? What team?
Fucking Eagles game, I believe.
Yeah.
No. It was Mets Phillies.
No. We fell asleep during the Eagles game.
With Phil. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Eagles
Oh,
Which is
playoff game.
incredible.
yeah, it
How
was
do you I mean,
a playoff game, dear.
crazy.
You're
Crazy.
you're in the
Well,
you're in
well,
the jail under the link. Meanwhile,
well.
this dude's
First of all,
napping.
your team plays 17 games to get the biggest advantage possible, home field advantage. And what do? You invite a fan from the rival team before you invite an Eagles fan to invade the stadium and cause a ruckus.
Yeah.
And then
That
fall
was,
asleep, not even
Oh,
cancel out the
and
opposing.
then you fall asleep. Exactly, Cassidy.
no.
Yeah,
If
that's
anything,
bad.
it should have been a resounding Hun vote, dude.
Yeah, they might earned it
Now
with
that I
that.
think about it, it's maybe it really, yeah, those guys were
The
the
big
inside
vote.
Gucci would never have done that. I mean, if he
Never.
shows up, he shows up at least.
Gucci at least hates your team more than he likes his own team.
Yeah, that's true.
Hun won't even wear a jersey to a Philly Mets game. I mean, that's
Yeah,
yeah.
that's bad. We gotta work on that.
All right, biggest instigator. This is pretty locked up.
There should have just been one option for this, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Gucci,
Oh,
Hun and Phil both got one votes. I'm
by
assuming
the way, Dia, I didn't see we're down 4-0 now.
Yeah, it's not
for
going good.
nothing.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Noah loaded up the bases with 0 outs, and they brought in Kirkgren,
Oh,
which could have been worse than 2 more runs scored. But yeah, I mean, we're also not scoring at all, so it ain't looking good.
What a blessing to not watch this game. Thank
yeah.
God.
No, this is gonna be tough to for the Philly fans to watch after too.
Yeah. All right. Sorry for the interruption.
No, it's fair. Yeah, we got Phil and Han getting one vote each.
Bill's interesting. You think he maybe he picked up some techniques from Gucci along there, 2-year stay together or something like that? I mean, I didn't see that one coming.
I'm
I think
shocked this wasn't 100%. You could have had, you had Teddy Hater Laudenbach. You could have had Alec Instigator Gucci.
yeah, exactly. I think Gucci is. I mean that's what he's known for. If he's got
I assuming one of these votes are him too, so maybe he just threw
yeah,
out
true.
Bill.
Maybe he votes. I mean, Phil's got some instigator blood in him. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But Gucci, if we're talking biggest, it's Gucci.
Yeah.
But Gucci won't vote for himself probably. So, most likely to black out their own wedding. Hun, I can see that. I can also see myself, although I would hope not, but I could see it. Phil's got 3 votes.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Yeah, Phil blackout with the nerves. I don't know. And then Gucci has one. I don't know who voted for Gucci.
I mean, I could see that too.
I could see it. I might have gone Gucci here. I might have gone Phil. I can't remember. I could see it. I could see that all 4 options up there. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility for anyone, I suppose.
Good board. I think it's a good board.
I think if there was 4 people, it would probably be these 4. I probably would have gotten more votes than Gucci in my head, but yeah, I can see it. Most likely to be in a fight.
Mm.
We can start from the left here. We got Teddy with 4 votes. I agree. I think Teddy's passionate.
Loyal,
He's a loyal guy, exactly.
loyal,
Jordan Bob,
loyal.
Wow. A fighter, huh?
he's got some.
Yeah.
Bob's got principles.
Bob, exactly. Bob's a man of honor. He'll stand on the sword for you and fight.
Wow. I
Where
knew he
votes,
had principles. I didn't know he was, so passionate about the principles he would resort to violence, but I could see it now that you mention it.
I think he'd more split us up than
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Uh,
damn.
I got 4 votes. I'm happy to hear. I think I've done this in the past. So
Yeah,
um,
I would not vote you.
fuck you.
My I don't know if the audience can see this, but my name for Rotem is Rotem I emoji Bornstein, which stands for Rotem Don't Trust in Bornstein. I don't remember why that's there, but it was there for some reason. So
I mean, if I am an untrustworthy guy, I'm a piece of shit. People hate me, so I'm pretty sure I've gotten like on the side of Diaz fights before. Like,
Oh
um,
yeah.
oh yeah, I'm pretty
And
sure
vice
like
versa.
I've stood behind you like fucking Kingpin. Well,
Yeah, when the girl punched me in the face. Although I think that was, me more trying to help you out, and then the girl attacked me. But
yeah.
no, I wrote some too. I think so far all three people would be behind me in a fight.
We got Phil. I agree. I think Phil. You get the boy angry. He'll and or someone he loves angry, and he'll be in there.
it might not be Phil exactly. It might be, some various gang sect that he's connected with, but he'll make sure you're all right one way or
Yo,
the other.
Phil's a tough mother. Phil's a tough motherfucker. Phil's
Yeah,
seeing that thing through. Yeah,
yeah. He'll bring some like Jewish mafia in, and he'll get a call in, and someone will be fucking fucked up by the night.
I draft Phil. No, I'd be curious if we asked the question and wow, Fiddle. Yeah, I mean
Well,
Fiddle's stand up guy.
stand
I
up
would
guy.
be curious if we phrase the question of who would you most want on your side in a fight?
Yeah,
Who would it
true.
be?
Mm.
That'd be good. We could do that on the next one with open
Yeah,
ended.
next
Played a
week.
lot. Yeah. All right. Biggest lib.
This
Da-da-da-da.
is way too split up.
Wow. Oh, this is a troll. This is
Yeah,
great.
we got a bunch of comedians.
Yeah.
Uh, but second most was fucking. Oh, I thought this was you, Dickman. Jordan Bob got 3. Dude's a dude's a Republican. If I
Yeah,
remember,
I thought he was he's he's a fiscal voter.
he's got too much money. Yeah, to
Ted, I have a quick question. So, like, Russia's really big in hockey, or hockey's very big in Russia, and Russia's very big in communism. So, could you say that Ted is a supporter of communism activities?
I wouldn't say he's not.
Yeah. But Phil is probably more closely linked to Russia, though. So why didn't
Oh, but
that?
he's Ukrainian, so he's against Russia.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, that's right. I get those two confused sometimes.
yep. Learn it, bro.
They're in a major war right now.
Yeah, it looks like I got one vote though.
Yeah, no. Shore got 1. Dickman, you got 1. Tall got 1. Scott got 1. And I mean, Gooch is an ultra.
Oh, I voted for Gucci. Yeah,
Yeah, I thought I voted for Gucci too. I thought Gooch, or maybe I voted for Ted as a joke. Who knows? But
I did one or the other. I think Gucci's actually the biggest lib,
yeah,
but
He
I might
is,
have
but
voted
yeah,
underneath though, he wears disguise often.
he does. But
He'll
in
go
its
around shaming libs, but he's one of them. It's
yeah,
like, yeah.
yeah, no, he's definitely got Kamala on the
If we
vote.
were like in the Holocaust or something, he'd go around like saying, "Round those people up, throw them in there," and then like go back and hide.
Yeah, I'm not Jewish.
Damn.
Biggest Trump supporter, also biggest lib, Teddy.
See,
Wow.
I voted opposites for this one. Like, I think I voted Teddy biggest lib, and I think I voted. Did Bob get any votes?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I voted Bob for some reason. I don't know
yeah.
why.
I thought it was going to be a little bit more split between Phil and Ted. I didn't know Scott. Oh, Scott too. Yeah, Scott
On
is.
both sides also. I think there was a lot of trolling going on with the previous
Yeah, I mean, obviously Ted's not a lib.
yeah, and Scott and Bob also got votes. So I mean,
Yeah. But Ted's a Trumpy man.
that's building the wall. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Both likely to be a billionaire. We got Gucci with 5. I can see it. Dude's money man. J Bob's family's got money. Dude knows how to make money. If he gets that good at golf, he can make bread. All right, we got 10 minutes.
Uh,
Um, yeah, I think we're almost done. Schick has 2. Phil has 2. Dickman, silver medalist.
Wow.
Wow,
Thanks, guys.
look at that.
And then
Appreciate
Scott's
it.
got 1. Yeah, these guys
I
make
voted I voted Phil. For the same reason why I voted Phil to be most likely to be homeless. He's a risk taker.
There's no in between, one or the other.
That's
I
good.
think that we got a lot of millionaires in the chat, but I think that Phil has the biggest potential to become a billionaire or become a homeless person.
Yeah. It's good to
I
think
think I win. I win Bob off of inheritance. I mean, he's just got to pick a good mutual fund, and he's pretty much there, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. I think I voted for either you, Dickman, or Gucci.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
A
Most
lot of
likely.
smart people, not an easy answer.
Yeah, no. I mean, these are tough questions. Most likely to be homeless. We have Scott with 3. Dickman, you have 2. I think they're trying to fuck with us a little bit here. Because we're a podcast that no one really wanted to vote seriously. Although I assume the 2 people I voted for me are a little bit serious.
You're
Yeah.
getting a billionaire votes. That's a little alarming.
I know they're going on my neck.
This is me.
Um,
They think I'm a risk taker, which I appreciate.
Bill's got 4. We got
Risk
Hunt,
taker. That's right.
Bob, and Fid. So yeah, we got some people. Uh, Best host. We can go through this one quick. Probably Bob. I thought Lipson would get more votes. Um, I thought I voted for Lipson.
Damn.
Hun, Schick, and Fid. I thought. I mean, staying at Lipson's was so fun.
Yeah, no one. You guys aren't getting invited back though. Damn.
Yeah, no,
I
I was almost certain I voted for him.
I didn't stay there, so I couldn't have voted.
Yeah.
But
No, I mean, but Bob's, we've stayed there a couple of years now, and I mean, he's a great host.
shout
Uh,
out Bob.
Fiddle always has us over pool parties. He's fun. Hun had us over in Margate. That's a fun time too.
I almost voted for Matt Scott. I was very close. I've never
What-
stayed with him before, but I just could, I just was envisioning staying with everyone in the league who I hadn't stayed with, and Matt Scott was the guy that would be like, "Yo, bro, you want some, pizza bagels? I got you."
Dick, you didn't want to vote for me after I fucking let you stay in my apartment. I put a fucking covered you in a blanket.
Damn.
Dude.
Um,
Didn't
I,
cross my mind.
it didn't cross my mind.
Crossed your mind.
Wow.
Actually, but now that you mentioned it, yeah, I would have considered
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I stay with Ted a lot.
Yeah.
But Matt Scott is my dream host who I could just see being like, "You need a glass of water, bro? I got you," and getting me, all that stuff. He's got the "I got yous" down. So Matt Scott, I think you'd be a great host.
All
I
right.
went with Hun, as long as you respect his property and don't break any doors or anything like that. It turns out to be a decent time for you. If you do, it's a whole nother, case.
Yeah. No, that was a costly mistake on my end.
Yeah, your pockets are getting run if you do.
Listen, I'm most likely to be homeless because of breaking down so many doors.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Best guy to bring home. It's Jordan Bob. I think it's pretty easy. Shore, Lipson, and Fiddle. Yeah, these are just stand-up guys, and you kind of expect it out of them.
All these boys, I could just see my mom. Nice Jewish boy. He's a nice Jewish boy. Yeah,
Yeah.
all of them.
You don't think they're gonna curse around your family. You don't think they're gonna smell like they're just gonna be stand-up guys.
Yeah.
Most likely to be pro-Palestine. We got some fucking comedians in this league.
Yeah.
We got 4 for me. Dickwood got 1. Tall. I think that was
All got 3.
Scott comedians, Gucci, Ted
Yeah.
comedians, Hun and Chick. Yeah, I mean, if I would put it on anyone in this league, and we're all Jewish. I guess
Biggest lib.
biggest lib probably, yeah. Most likely to commit a hard crime. I thought this was honestly a stupid question on my end. Like, who the fuck knows? But it's between Han and Phil. Straight up.
Wow.
So that Mulberry apartment's fucking harboring criminals.
Yeah.
I'm still not convinced that hard crime is the correct phrase. Dia, would you like to shine any light? Is a hard you call it a hard? There's like white collar and blue collar crimes, but is there a hard? What's a hard
I think
crime?
a hard crime. I don't think it's an official term, but I think it's used to describe like a vicious or violent crime sometimes.
Is that how you use the word Rotem to base it off of like a
Yeah,
fight?
like
or
not like a robbery or something. I mean, no, not robbery, maybe not like pickpocketing or something like that, but
Like, you don't mean like a white collar crime, like
I mean like
embezzlement.
I mean like murder. I mean like if you're defrauding, if you're like running a Ponzi scheme, I would say that's a hard crime. But like
All right, I think this hard crime. I think we need to look into the
the terminology. Yeah.
yeah. But
Um,
okay, so then that's that.
yeah, most likely to become a failed actor, to move across the country and become a failed actor. I was surprised that this wasn't 100% for Schick. 'Cause that's literally what he did. So, but
It's like there's two people that aren't in on the inside joke.
I gotta vote. Dude, did you vote for me?
Yeah, I might have. Yeah, I'm not sure I was. I mean, Schick was the obvious answer given his LA roots, but I wanted to spice it up a little bit.
Yeah,
But who's the other one? It's you, and who's the other one?
sure.
Or I
Oh,
think
Shore's a great guess.
I might have
Sure,
got
I can
Shore
see.
there.
She's got some flair.
Yeah, I could see Shore like, auditioning for Friends or some shit like that.
Oh, this is where the poll started going downhill.
Yeah, no, yeah. After this one, it's basically
People are
over.
getting, people are getting exhausted.
Yeah, best smile. We got Scott. Scott fucking running away with it too. I mean, nice. Good for Scott.
Wow. The weatherman.
Tall Dickman, you got two. Congrats. Phil, I got two. Jordan
Let's
Bob.
see it.
Four.
Let's see it, bro.
There we go.
Beautiful. Dia, you want to join the competition?
No. I'm
All
all
right.
right.
You want to
I
run
think we
away with
can, I think we can move on from this poll then.
Yeah, this
All
is
right.
this is where it gets a little gay here.
Juiciest lips. I ran away with this one, and I have to say, you guys aren't wrong. I mean, my shits are fucking juicy. Dickwood, you got one. Scott got two. Fiddle got three. I voted for Fid. I think Fiddle's got some fucking perky ones. Teddy got two.
Hater.
Jordan Bob, hater.
Yeah.
Sid got one, and then obviously that's my bad. That was pretty gay. And then biggest hog.
Wow, unanimous.
Second week in a row. You
That's
know,
Second week in a
in a
row.
row that we get.
5-0, 5-0 in the league. They're starting to feel the weight of this thing on them.
Yeah, it ain't shrinking. It ain't shrinking.
Get it off my neck.
Yeah, my God, it's like a boa constrictor. So nice to win 2 weeks in a row. Thank you, fellas.
No, proud of you, and that's the superlatives, boys.
Nice work.
Yeah.
All right.
Pia, it was a pleasure having you. It'd be
Pleasure.
great having you back. You're the funniest, best kid I know. So
Yep. Just I'll be calling in every now and then. Don't worry, this isn't the last of me. But thanks for having me on. Appreciate it all. And let's go, Phils.
yeah,
Thank you, Cassidy.
not bad.
Good job, Rotem. Great episode.
Great
Love
job.
you, fellas. See you next week.
Do this again, boys.
All right.
Deuces.
Peace.